Welcome once again to the Reading Room,
Companion
YouTube show to the comic shop, which you see emblazoned the crest on one of us.
I'm big stupid, I forgot mine.
Not the other, you see. If you remember from the last episode's little Christmas unboxing,
Yes.
Brother Ed hooked us up with our...
To be honest, it's been 2 weeks. So
It's true, yeah, so all forgetful. Brother Ed hooked us up with the gear, so here's the gear. There you go.
I promise to wear mine next week.
I believe you. So today is the Monday, January 15th. This is episode 25
Yes.
of the Reading Room. If you look at the Facebook page, you probably noticed we took the week off the podcast. There's just not a lot to talk about. It's like one TV show.
Tonight they all kick off.
Tonight, the Gifted has a season finale,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the
CW
week that the CW kicks off. So we'll have stuff to talk about next weekend. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Okay, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
What I got is I've talked briefly about Injustice 2 before.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on it. Injustice 2 not quite as good as Injustice 1, but it's got some pretty. The storytelling's kind of. It really is kind of. It's not consistently good, but when it's good, it's really good. Basically, is what it boils down to.
The art's still good.
The art's still good. Speaking of the art, a lot of people share share the weight in this one. This is Injustice Annual number 1, and this is the backstory for Wonder Woman in the Elseworlds story that is Injustice. It's written by Perkins, and the art is split up between Marco Santucci, Jamal Campbell, David Yarden, with Nanjin doing the colors. A lot
of folks working on
this book. They put a lot of effort into this book. They really do. So this is 2 stories. The first story, the major story, is the origin story for Wonder Woman in Injustice, and the other one is a little backstory. The back pages is a little Harley kind of. It's not Harley is not in the story, but it's about Harley and some of the stuff that happened between Injustice and Injustice 2. So it's an okay story. It really is an okay story. This is fresh. It just came out. A lot of it basically is a repackaging of Wonder Woman the movie.
Oh yeah.
You're a Man, and Steve Trevor's on the beach. And he's got the roper on him, and he's telling them about the war, and except in this case it's World War II. They get on the boat. They have a talk. They go fight the war, But this is falls directly in love with him. She falls directly in love with him and all that stuff and becomes like an asset, much like, Captain America would have been in World War II. Right. And so the bottom line here is there's a twist, because this isn't an Elseworlds book.
Of course it is.
And the bottom line is they determined that they need to go back to Themyscira to get the lasso, because that's going to help them with their intelligence operations,
Oh, she didn't take the lasso?
She didn't take the lasso with.
Oh.
And as it turns out, he goes back, I think unbeknownst, with her to Themyscira, and he inadvertently shoots Calliope in an effort of trying to
steal
the lasso. And as it turns out, this version of Steve Trevor is actually a double agent.
Oh.
He's German. He's working for the Nazis.
This is what turns her jaded in
This is what turns her jaded in Injustice, and so jaded, in fact, that when she finds out, she beheads him with the lasso.
Oh no!
Yes, indeed. And that kind of puts Wonder Woman in the mindset where she is
currently
very much willing to go follow Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And support him in the regime. Very extremely totalitarian, and it sets up her position. Yeah, well, this is more modern day, and this is like in the Middle East or something like that. It's basically fascism. Actually, it looks like I would say the Middle East, but it also looks like he wants to be Che Guevara. But yeah, so she kills that guy too. Interestingly enough, has on the Adrian Palicki Wonder Woman pilot suit with the pants.
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting choice. So yeah, basically what that does in this case is it sets us up for how what Wonder Woman's mindset is, and why she is so willing to support Superman.
That art.
There's a lot of different. There's 3 or 4 different styles of art. 4 different styles of art if you count the backstory. Backstory is about a group of people that Harley kind of recruited to help in her fight in the regime. Harley Zord. She fought against Superman in the original. We never see the war. We never see the end of the war. That happens between the
she's
volumes.
helping Batman out.
Right. And so this is about a group that she trained, and we're helping out fighting against Superman. And the first part of Injustice 2, you see Amanda Waller form a new Suicide Squad with Harley.
Nice.
And this whole little lovely backstory ends with them trying to find Harley and them all getting shot in the head.
Oh, wow. Deadshot.
By Deadshot. And Waller is going to get, and this directly precedes the events of Injustice 2 #1. So there you go. Because I do have a fondness for the Injustice
Well, yeah, it's good stuff.
arc, I thought I would go ahead and pimp the most recent issue, at least the annual, rather. So there you go.
So, I'm continuing on with White Knight, issue number 4.
If you're gonna what is that? You gonna flash that cover?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is also something I picked up the same day. I picked that up. Avengers No Surrender #1. Look at that beauty wraparound. Beauty wraparound cover there. We'll probably put that up as a still, I guess. But yeah, this is it's a story that's introducing somebody that they've retconned into the total origin of the Avengers as a founding member. Like they're adding somebody, a female hero. And I'm not sure exactly what her name is. I've seen it online. Where there.
Okay.
See, now they've added her to the.
They've added her to the. Okay, I got you.
So
I
like
got you.
Sentry came in and they retconned him into the whole
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah.
universe. This is what's happening here.
Okay.
But, and the art and story is really good.
Cool.
I will review that another time. Onward, Batman White Knight #4. Now, when I first started following this, I thought, there are 2 Harleys. One of them's in Joker's head. No, they're both real.
Okay.
And this is, at the end of the last story, we had Mad Hatter and Neo Joker Harley had taken over the little kill squad that they made. This is like huge wordy stuff. But they're talking about that Batman Devastation Fund. And now this guy in Backport, the ex-cop, ex-special forces guy, he's backing up Jack Napier for council.
Okay.
And Napier's got a bright idea to do with the Batman Devastation Fund. He wants to take that and form... Where is it? Here. He wants to form a task force wherein vigilantes work with special ops police, with special ops equipment, provided with that $2 billion or $3 billion.
Okay.
Yeah. And it tells you all about it. He's talking to the commissioner. Tells you all about it through here. And
there's a lot of words in these books.
Yes.
That's a lot of scripts.
Really great story, too. And, these Harleen and Jack go on a date. Because, why not? And there's that. I had seen a screenshot of this with no word bubbles, and it's drawn correctly.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think I want you to make correctly.
Yeah. And here's Neo Harley, and she's got all the goons with her, and she's really just trying to entice the Joker to come out of Jack.
Right.
But it's not going to happen. And they're invading GCPD, destroying the bat signal, all to steal files. It's a misdirection thing.
Okay.
And here's the commissioner arguing with Batman about the stuff that Napier had said. And he says, "Isn't this the part where you magically disappear? Let me save you the trouble." Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Everybody's on his case in this book.
Yeah. Harleen is putting on her dids. The old Harley Quinn dids.
Okay. The whole thing with the Harleys is confusing me.
Well, there's a backstory here.
Okay.
But she breaks in and she's throwing Jack around.
Now, Neo
Joker Harley.
So this is going to be Harley. That's going to be Harleen.
This is Harleen.
Harleen's in a traditional
And this
jester
is
outfit.
Neo Joker.
Neo Joker is doing her own thing.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Her name's actually not even Harley. But she wants the pills. She wants the pills so she can get Joker to come out. And no, you don't want to have no part of it. He says, pretty soon you won't have a choice, Jack. Because the only way to defeat me would be to let him out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and this is Nightwing and Barbara, Batgirl, I'm sorry, talking with Jack and the Commissioner, and
What's
the Gotham Terrorist Oppression Unit Super Cop program.
Okay.
That pairs you, the vigilantes, with the police.
And this is the program that he's talking about.
Yeah. And they're building Batmobiles.
Essentially, I guess.
Pretty
yeah.
much. They're souping up cars and giving them high-tech stuff. Better coordination, better planning, less collateral damage, all run by Commissioner Gordon.
Hmm.
Yes, you get to keep your secret identities. Just agree to work with the GCPD, not alongside it. Best part of all, you each get your own Batmobile. And, well, here's the Neo Joker backstory. She was a bank teller, and she was a cutter. And one day, she's in the bank cutting and cutting and cutting just to see how long it's going to take her to bleed out.
Yeah.
And the Joker robs a bank.
Okay.
So she kind of helps him, and he keeps following him. And she's talking about how she was waiting him to force himself upon her, but it never happened. The only time he ever touched her was to bandage her wounds.
Hmm.
And he kept calling her Harley, so she just went along with it. Her name is actually Marianne.
Marion Drews?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that.
Hmm.
And oh yeah, what they found, a lot of security surrounding records for Victor Freeze. What the hell? This stuff is what they found.
Okay.
Look at the picture here. Victor Freeze shaking the hands of Victor and with
Thomas Wayne.
Thomas and Martha Wayne. And she's like, well, how old is this guy?
Huh.
His father was an SS officer. Records are incomplete. Something about Pardon, a lab, secret network of tunnels. Who are those people he's shaking hands with?
Okay.
And I'm eagerly awaiting this.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
What's the last thing he put his hand to?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the very last thing he wrote?
Yeah.
Len Wein, we're talking about a
Len
Swamp Thing
Wein,
book.
Swamp Thing Winter Special. Supposed to be out this month.
Yeah.
And this month is halfway over.
Nice.
So yeah,
Well, that's still compelling
very.
piece of storytelling.
Oh, it's great.
I'm glad we figured out what's going on with the other Harley. It ain't like,
Yeah, Neo Joker.
yeah, okay, all right.
Marianne.
I guess it makes a little bit more sense now that there's
Yeah.
there's not actually two of them running around. All right, cool.
Oh, it looks like the Joker missed having a Harley so much he just made a new
Made
one.
a new one. Right. Cool. All right. Well, there you go. I think that's the reading room for this week. So we'll be back in the swing of things.
You want to flash a couple covers?
You flash just a couple covers. You make sure you flash that one cover. This cover and the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, soon to be the next DC animated feature, Gotham by Gaslight.
Mm-hmm.
That pits Batman against Jack the Ripper. 80s kids will know this one. And Humanoids
Number one.
Wow.
Star Comics.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this
Which
is
is
a,
an
this is a
imprint of
pretty
Marvel.
big deal as far as
This is kind of cool.
Uncanny X-Men number 300 signed by John Romita Jr.
Yep.
And with a COA sealed, so I can't even read the damn thing.
You don't want to read anything.
Well, I think I have another copy
Yeah.
somewhere else. But yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
pretty cool.
And was actually on the very cheap. Very cheap.
Yeah. Nice.
There's an homage cover. Dazzler,
Well,
Thriller, Chiller, whatever. X-Force number 1 still in its bag.
you're finding some pretty juicy little
Oh yeah.
tidbits out there.
I still have to make a video for our friends over at Collector's Corner.
Yeah, shout out to the Collector's Corner. They're letting us, admins are letting us post links to the episodes and stuff.
We will be
on
posting
there.
these over there.
And yeah, we're gonna try to work up some videos for the corner too, specifically about some of some keys, some science stuff that Scott finds in his travels and whatnot. So
I gotta stop treasure hunting. I'm running out of room.
I'm sure that's a familiar song for anybody from the corner that's watching this video.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. So the 15th
That's it
of
for
January.
today.
That's it for today, episode 25. So acpodcast@gmail.com. There's acpodcast1@gmail.com.
Why you ask?
I don't know. Anyway, facebook.com/thecomicshop1. That's always the best place to find us.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, support, subscribe, all that stuff that you do when people go like this on YouTube videos. And see, we're at TCS Podcast 1 on Instagram.
Again,
I know.
Again, you're looking at me for validation.
I know. I've been sick
Should write
lately.
this stuff down.
I should write this stuff down. I should have a little cheat sheet, little pull-out cheat sheet. Anyway, the Facebook page. Most importantly, the Facebook page. Like, share, subscribe, and the Facebook page is basically the important stuff. Feed us back. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you think about the books we talked about. Give us recommendations for books to talk about in the future. And we'll do our absolute best to get up on them. If we can't do a hard copy, we'll do them digi. Whatever. But if you want to talk about anything, new stuff, old stuff, obviously not the two main houses. We talk about Image, we talk about Valiant, we talk about...
Any comics.
Yeah, pretty much anything.
City.
Horror comics, we'll talk about Big City more in the future, I'm sure. So there you go. So this is Scott.
You them?
I'm Eric for episode 25. See y'all later. Be well.